Connecting the dots of the Constitution for you like no one else can. The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's an attorney, a disabled U.S. Army veteran, an author, public speaker, mother, pastor's wife, and a patriot. She's Chris Ann Hall.
Any informant that crosses that lady's path has met its match.
Rise and shine, liberty-loving patriots. It's Friday. Time for Listener Appreciation Day. I just want to warn you. 3 nights in a row of 3.5 hours sleep. And I am feeling a little giddy. Oh my goodness. What an amazing week we have had here. The Liberty Tour coming to Missouri and Illinois. It has just been a very special time for me. Doing some reflecting on my growing up, being able to see my old neighborhoods. I got to talk to one of my old college professors, and it was a really, really amazing time. And I'm gonna tell you, since it's Listener Appreciation Friday, you can call in 855-500-8255. 855-500-8255. You can also post your questions, comments on my Facebook. You can also tweet your questions or comments to @KrisAnnHall, KrisAnnehall, @KrisAnnHall. And I do want to hear from you. I really do. It's fun for me. These are the days where I get to find out that I'm not speaking to no one. That people are actually listening. Now I know that people are listening because you guys contact me on Facebook. You tweet my shows when they're podcasted. I love it that you guys help me with Twitter. Do you know most people in media have people who all they do is tweet for them? I don't have somebody who tweets for me, so I appreciate it. And whenever you guys do that, when you tweet my blog posts, when you tweet my Facebook posts or my podcasts, that is such an honor for me, and I really do appreciate that. But I am going to keep talking if you don't call, so call. I want to tell you about this conversation that I had with my chemistry professor. I don't know if many of you know that, but I have an undergraduate degree in biochemistry. And so that was, oh my goodness, I graduated 22 years ago. That was an amazing thing, going back to college and realizing that those young people, I don't feel any different than they look. But that was 22 years ago. How old is that? I'm coming up on my 25th college graduation anniversary. I don't want to think about that. Anyway, so I told you 3.5 hours of sleep, 3 nights in a row. I'll try to keep the ADD in check. So here we go. Spoke to my college professor. Now, my chemistry professor is a Christian, but he's a liberal Christian. And I think maybe that's more common in academia, to be conflicted by Christianity and liberal tendencies. They are really a conflict if you sit down and think about it. But I remember him, because I was not a Christian at the time. I was a Christian persecutor at the time. But I remember looking back at his testimony and thinking, my thought was, how could he possibly be a legitimate scientist who claims to be a Christian and believes in creation instead of evolution? I mean, and that's what, in my ignorance, my brainwashing, believing that evolution was a law and not a religion. Evolution is a religion. Evolution explains where we came from, what we're doing here, and where we go. That's the purpose of most religions, to help people deal with and understand where we came from, what our purpose here is in life, and where we go when we leave here. Because those things are handled by faith. You can't prove evolution. You weren't there. You can't prove the Big Bang. You were not there. And even if you believe in the Big Bang, then you have to believe that it started somewhere. How? So I believed, I was totally sold into the scientific brainwashing that this stuff is law and not religion, not theory. And so, I sort of, he was one of my favorite professors, such a sweet, good man. And for me, I sort of just dismissed the conflict because he was so nice. But I look back now and I remember his testimony. And I wanted to have the opportunity to thank him for that testimony. So I'm talking to him and I'm telling him what I'm doing now. And he's totally shocked. He's like, wow, Chris, because my name was not Chris Ann back then. It was Chris. My name is Chris Ann now. I mean, it was Chris Ann back then, but everybody called me Chris. We call me Chris Ann now because my husband's name is Chris, and it's just too confusing. So he says, that's amazing, Chris. You have such an exciting life now. And I thought, you know what? I really do. And so he says, so let me ask you, are you, because of what you do now, does that make you a supporter of the Second Amendment? I chuckled and I said, well, of course it does. I said it should make everybody a supporter of the Second Amendment. He said, it's interesting that you say that. He said, because I never really supported this whole Second Amendment issue. And this is common. I hear this a lot. This classification of a Second Amendment issue instead of a right to bear arms. But he says to me, I never really supported this Second Amendment thing. But lately, I've been having second thoughts. In my heart, I'm going, whoa, yes! But you don't want to do that in front of somebody because you might scare them. But in my heart, I'm dancing and I'm going, whoa, yes! And I'm thinking, this is what it's like. This is the history that I teach, that tyrants always commit fundamental errors that wake up people. Waking them up. Also, this is actually the further clarification to me that God is moving through his believers in a great awakening. And so I'm having several things confirmed with me here, that liberals can be awakened. I know that. I'm a recovering liberal. I have been awakened. But hearing that confirmation from this man, steeped in the liberal education system his whole life, although a Christian, totally liberal, I'm sure he voted for Obama. Positive of it. But here, admitting to me, I'm having second thoughts about the whole Second Amendment thing. And so I took this opportunity to not beat him to death or lecture him with my Second Amendment for Dummies and Tyrant speech. I just said simply, that's awesome. That's really good. Let me share with you, here's my website. If you want to learn more about what I'm doing, here's my website. And then I gave him a copy of my workshop, my seminar on DVDs. Because you never know who you're talking to. You never know who you might have the opportunity to teach. We might have had the opportunity to influence a man who will influence our future leaders of America. He has direct access to college students. He's going through a transformation process. He is a lifetime educator and one that has an open heart a generous heart. Who knows? He could sit down with some of his students and say, you know, I had a really pleasant meeting with one of my former students. This is what she's doing today. And it's making me think about some things differently than I've thought about my whole life. He could have that conversation. That is something that could happen. Causing people to think differently about things that they've thought their entire life is life-changing. And he could have that conversation with a future James Otis Jr., a future Patrick Henry, a future Mercy Otis Warren, Penelope Barker, Hannah Winthrop. Do you see the power of education? Our enemies know that power. Our enemies have been using against us since, well, the dawn of time, but here for us, since about 1885. You want to pick up, this is why the laws of war say, know thy enemy as thyself, because you can pick up the tactics of your enemy and use it to your own advantage. It is time, patriots. It is time that we take back our education system and we take back our young people. Do you know, in this awakening that I am having the privilege and the honor to be a part of, in this awakening, I am seeing more and more young people come to my lectures and my teachings and my trainings. More and more. Last night, I spoke in Jerseyville, Illinois. And the person who put on the meeting commented on how inspiring it was to have so many young people there. He doesn't see that in his regular meetings. They're coming to hear the truth. The truth shall set you free. Don't be shy. Share it.
The Chris Ann Hall Show.
When you need electrical services anywhere in the greater Tallahassee area, there's only one name you need to know.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
For 2 generations, there's only been one company that can handle any electrical project, from new construction to industrial to complete remodels, whether commercial or residential.
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The reason they've won so many awards is because they've earned your trust with fair, consistent pricing, honesty, integrity, and quality workmanship they stand behind. That's why the best customer service experience you're ever going to have with an electrical company is with
Lawson & Lawson Electric.
The good guys. Guess who does the electrical work for so many local restaurants, department stores, retail centers, pharmacies, schools, churches, and too many others to mention?
Let me guess. Lawson & Lawson Electric.
Now you got it.
Check them out online at llelectrical.com. Call 562-4111. That's 562-4111 for Lawson & Lawson Electric. License number EC1-3002150.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan, and have I got some exciting news for you. Kraft Nissan is now the exclusive lifetime warranty dealer in Tallahassee and Thomasville, so listen up. If you purchase your next vehicle at Kraft Nissan, you're going to receive a lifetime warranty good for unlimited time and unlimited miles. You heard right, unlimited time and unlimited miles, and I mean warranty, no asterisks or fast-talking disclosures. You don't have to come back to Kraft Nissan for maintenance or repairs. You can do it anywhere in the United States or Canada. You do not have to complete any more maintenance than what's in the factory manual. When you purchase your vehicle at Kraft Nissan, everything that is covered by the factory powertrain warranty is covered by your lifetime warranty. We're talking engine, transmission, transaxle, and drivetrain, including intake and exhaust manifolds, fuel and water pumps, timing chain and tensioner, and it doesn't stop there. Kraft Nissan's lifetime warranty is no small coverage, and did I mention this warranty doesn't cost you a dime? You want to hear more? Give us a call at 576-6171, visit us on the web at craftnissan.com, or just stop by. And remember, if you don't see the Kraft tag in your car, you paid too much, way too much, and you did not get lifetime warranty.
Fun, Food, and Entertainment is Tallahassee's most entertaining monthly ragazine that features jokes, comedy, funny photos, and discounts to Tallahassee's oldest and most famous eateries. Check out youcanwin.com. That's spelled out, not abbreviated. Have you ever wondered why abbreviation is such a long word? And I wonder what its abbreviation is. Anyway, for locations where you can find this great piece of journalism, just go to the website, youcanwin.com. You don't have to register. The site will let you browse and download menus, exclusive discounts, and even has some hidden features you can get to from the keyword box on the front page. Just type in the word fun stuff or not printable. Fun, Food, and Entertainment, and youcanwin.com. Tallahassee's biggest double dose of free stuff, fun, and entertainment.
When you need quality residential or commercial fencing at a super affordable price, call Ultimate Fence and Deck. Ultimate Fence and Deck is locally owned, serving the Tallahassee area for over a decade. They specialize in chain link, wood, PVC, aluminum, and wrought iron fences, as well as gates, railings, and fence maintenance. Plus, they're fully licensed and insured and give free estimates. If you can dream it or draw it, they can build it. Call 222-5446. 222-5446. Online at ultimatefencing.com.
Share a little sunshine thanks Liz Arnold, who posted a photo from an art gallery using #LoveFL. Immediately, her friends knew Liz was a digitally savvy tastemaker on the bleeding edge of cultural trends. We heart you, Liz. But in your connected world, you already knew that. Share what you love about Florida with #LoveFL and encourage Florida tourism. This message sponsored by Visit Florida, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Computer Solutions. Call 224-1008. IT support 153.
Get a professionally built custom website for your business for free.
Call 224-1008. IT support 153.
Hi, I'm Mike Frieder with On Call Computer Solutions, here to tell you about our famous no money down custom websites. Your new website will be designed by our team of web and marketing experts and comes complete with interactive features, a content management system, and will even be mobile friendly for cell phones and tablets. Plus, we include your domain name and email. It's perfect for startups and small businesses or even established businesses looking to improve their current site. Pay only for hosting and updating. Call now and let us help you start growing your business on the internet today.
On-call Computer Solutions. We manage technology so you don't have to. Check us out online at TallahasseeBackup.com.
The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Welcome back to the Chris Ann Hall Show. Chris Ann Hall here behind the Liberty First microphone, hoping to educate and inspire. That is the best way for you to defend liberty. If you can educate and inspire. Because, you know, if all I did was run around and teach people, if all I did was run around and give them cool little trivias and interesting things to know, then, you know what, I'm not doing anything. I have people all the time say to me, Chris Ann, you're wasting your time. You're not doing anything. This education is useless. We're bound for revolution. This is, why don't we just give in and just get it all over with now. Well, you know what? I'm not there to educate. I'm there to inspire. I'm not there to make people smarter. I'm there to recruit them to this liberty movement. We've got to educate and inspire because there are so many things that we are miseducated on and mistaught. You know what? There are things that I don't know. I openly tell people that all the time. I don't know everything about everything. I don't even begin to know. I know what I know. I know what I teach. I am confident in what I teach. I am confident in the subject matter that God has called me to know. But I learn stuff all the time because I don't just take education for granted anymore. How many of you have had, by show of hands, I do this in my workshops, by show of hands, how many of you have had the Lincoln Awakening and figured out that Lincoln was not the hero that our education system plays him out to be? Now, I could go around the country and just blast Lincoln and give the truth about Lincoln. But you know what? Sometimes decorum, diplomacy, is the best tool. You see, some people are not ready for that kind of awakening. And you can chase people off with too much truth all at once. You got to let them choose between the red pill and the blue pill. You got to let them figure out that, hey, the Matrix has you. You got to let them sort of understand that something's not right before you slap them in the face with the truth about something like Abraham Lincoln. So those of you who are got your brow furrowed at me right now, Lincoln, hero, not what? Let me give you a little clue. Go in your search engine, whichever it is, and find the fourth debate between Lincoln and Douglas. Read that fourth debate. You'll find out very quickly Lincoln was not an anti-slavery person. He was not a civil rights person. He was not a person. We are not taught the truth about Abraham Lincoln. Go read that debate. And so let me warn you something really quick. Some people are not ready for the truth about Nelson Mandela either. Now, I'm not as educated on Nelson Mandela as I am on Lincoln. But I have a very good friend who is one of the founders of a movement, one of the leaders of a great patriot group here in this country called the Save America Foundation. Now, Fred is a great patriot, but he lived his life in South Africa. And so I trust his assessments and his opinions. And so I just want to warn you of two things. Before you jump on the Nelson Mandela bandwagon, take some time to get educated. But before you blast somebody with the truth about Nelson Mandela, make sure you're not scaring them off instead of it just simply inspiring them.
The Chris Ann Hall Show.
Carter Solutions, they came the same day. Fix my air, no hefty price to pay. Air Solutions take care of me. They cut the cost of my electricity.
Are you ready for winter? Call Air Solutions before there's a problem with your unit and breathe easy with Air Solutions. The number to call is 574-1010. That's 574-1010 for Air Solutions.
Air Solutions take care of me. They cut the cost of my electricity.
License number 1815019.
Crowds still gathered outside Nelson Mandela's home in Johannesburg. The body of the former South African president was moved early in the morning from his home to Pretoria. Tributes, meantime, continue to come in from around the world.
I believe that his inspiration for the future will be every bit as powerful as the extraordinary things that he achieved in his remarkable life.
British Prime Minister David Cameron, even golf star Tiger Woods is commenting on Nelson Mandela's death.
He certainly had an impact on my life and certainly my father, and I think that time frame in which when he came out, the country could have fallen apart. It could have gone a lot of different ways, and he led it to where it's at now, and and the world's going to miss him.
Retired Archbishop Desmond Tutu says Nelson Mandela would want South Africans themselves to be his memorial by adopting the values of freedom and equality that he held. With continuing coverage, the death of Nelson Mandela.
ABC Network News on Freedom 93 FM is brought to you by Kraft Nissan.
You only have one chance to make a good first impression, and that's why your locally owned and operated Stewardship Dry Cleaners has so many convenient Tallahassee locations to serve you. Go to stewardshipdrycleaners.com for coupons and locations.
This is Adam Goodson, the new general manager at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, downtown Tallahassee. If you're a regular at Harry's, you know about our great selection of seafood, chicken, beef, and pork dishes, along with our signature burgers, sandwiches, and salads. Harry's uses the best contemporary Cajun and Creole flavors on dishes like shrimp and scallop Orleans, grilled chicken Baton Rouge, Bourbon Street salmon, and French quarter beef tenderloin. Our happy hour specials go from 2 to 7 every day except Tuesday, but happy hour goes all day. Plus half-price wine on Mondays and half-price martinis on Wednesdays. Best of all, during Harry's holiday gift card promotion, get a free $30 gift card for every $100 gift card purchased. Check out our special holiday menu, Salmon Rockefeller, a Beta root beer glazed prime pork chop, and our holiday trio, filet, lobster, and shrimp scampi. Don't forget the winterberry cobbler and pumpkin martinis. I'm Adam Goodson, looking forward to meeting you this holiday season. Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill, Inland Plaza, downtown Tallahassee.
Hey, Bruiser, you ready to do the old holiday shopping routine?
Yeah, I got all the houses picked out.
Alrighty.
Hey, you know, I almost feel sorry for these folks.
Don't go soft on me now. That's why they pay insurance.
Okay, so you promise those kids will just lose their bikes for a little while?
Yeah, I promise. Whatever.
All right, then let's sing our favorite holiday song.
Yeah. We're making our list, checking it twice.
Looking for houses with things that are nice. Bruiser and Browser are coming to town. We're filling our truck, we won't leave much.
Avoiding those houses that God safe touch.
Bruiser and Browser are coming to town.
Crooks and know to stay away from Safe Touch houses. Hi, I'm Lester Jackson, president of Safe Touch Security Systems. No one beats our technology or our prices, and we're still as low as $1 a day. Call now to find out more about our video monitoring and crash and smash technology.
Call 385-9511 or go to safetouch.com. State license number EF233.
The holidays are nearly here, and if style-leading technology, fuel efficiency, and refined luxury is on the top of your list, then look no further than Tallahassee Lincoln. From the moment you walk into our showroom, you'll know our commitment to customer service is second to none, which is why customers like Yvette choose Tallahassee Lincoln as their premier dealership.
I'm in sales, and I know what good customer service is, and I know that these guys provide it every day. They made us promises about the vehicle. They kept the promises. They delivered everything on time, and they've done a great job with customer service since we received the vehicle.
During the Lincoln Wishlist Sales Event, get an exceptional offer on the 2014 Lincoln MKZ, starting at just $38,991. If you're looking for luxury, there's only one place to be, Tallahassee Lincoln. Visit TallahasseeLincoln.com for our full inventory. Stock number 805177, VIN number 3LN6L2, G92, ER 805177, MSRP 41439, zero security deposit plus tax tag and title with approved credit. Offer ends 12/31/2013.
The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's largest.
Welcome back to the Chris Ann Hall Show. A little late in my entry on that bumper, sounded a little weird this morning. Caught me off a little off guard. I have this whole little pattern thing in the way that I do things. I'm a very, very structured type of person, which is really kind of ironic based on how I live my life now. Is that the proper use of the word ironic, dear? I know he listens to me. He says, you need to just stop using some words. I don't think you really know what they mean. That's my grammar king. I love my husband. You know what? I just, I want to remind you, go ahead, call 855-500-8255. 855-500-8255. Leave your question, comments, your rants on Facebook. I'll read them for you if you're too shy to call in. And give us your opinions on Twitter at KrisAnne Hall, KrisAnnehall. Let me ask you something. You have, how do I want to set this up? Let's see. Do you remember the German family who homeschools their children who are seeking asylum in the United States? The courts have ordered the Department of Justice to deal with their amnesty request because they're trying to deport them back to Germany, where Germany is going to put them in jail and take their children from them for homeschooling their children. And now we have an Albanian mother with 3 American children making a desperate plea to stay in the United States after she was given 24 hours notice to leave the country. She lives in Detroit and was ordered to report for deportation at the Detroit Metro Airport at 10:30 in the morning, December 3rd. She is also seeking asylum. She came through Canada in 2000, fearing that if she stayed in Albania, she would be kidnapped and sold into prostitution. She immediately turned herself in and sought asylum. Now, if you're Syrian and you want to flee Syria, you get automatic asylum. Automatic asylum. If you're Saudi Arabian, then the Saudi Arabian government gives you your visa for America. Our American visa departments have nothing to do with Saudi Arabian visas. We handed that power over to the Saudi government. There are numbers of countries in which we give automatic asylum to based on some emergency situation. But if you homeschool your children and you are threatened with having your children taken away from you and being imprisoned for homeschooling, you don't get amnesty. You don't get asylum in America. Because according to Eric Holder, educating your children is not a human rights issue. You should give in to the government educating your children. And apparently, according to our government, human trafficking is now not a reason for asylum. A judge rejected her case for political asylum. He said, even if her concerns of being kidnapped and sold into prostitution were warranted, he says, and I quote, "Young, attractive women are not a social group for asylum." Oh, that's rich, isn't it? Being a member of a terrorist group like Al-Qaeda or the Muslim Brotherhood is a social group that warrants asylum. But young, attractive women who have been threatened in human trafficking rings to be sold into prostitution are not a social group for asylum. How rich is that? Well, of course not. Because I'm sure according to this Obama administration, who gives freedom awards to women who believe that sexual activity is the definition of a liberated woman, would simply look at this woman and say, hey, prostitution is an admirable profession. You should be liberated. And guess what? If your government wants to liberate you by force, who are we to get involved in that? But if you're the long-lost uncle of a Kenyan president, well, I should say, a president of the United States from Kenya, then you get citizenship, even though you've been in the country illegally for 20 years. And maybe longer. Does it say how long he's been here? I don't know. It doesn't say. You get automatic citizenship, even though you have been in this country illegally for decades, and you're not trying to homeschool your children, and you're not being threatened with human trafficking. You see, you just say, my nephew is the President of the United States, and he lived with me while he was attending Harvard. You see, this is the very definition of a kingdom, where the king grants rights and privileges to people based on their relationship to him. Do you agree with the king? You get rights and privileges. Are you related to the king? You get rights and privileges. Are you friends of someone who's related to the king? You get rights and privileges. But if you guess what? If you have a legitimate concern, if you have a real issue that warrants some type of asylum, not related to the king, don't agree with his ideology, sorry, too bad, out of luck. She's a married woman with 3 children. She takes care of her elderly mother. She has been threatened in her home country with being sold into sexual slavery. Sorry, you got 24 hours to pack your bags. Well, she has missed her flight on purpose, but now is being hunted down by the Department of Justice. How awesome is that? In a government, this is the government that we live in. And now, according to a conservative news source, the Department of Justice is warning people that anti-Muslim comments on social media can be considered a felony. Well, that shouldn't surprise you, right? Because we've all heard, if you've been listening to my show, we've all heard the announcements from TSA that say if you joke about the TSA, you can be thrown in prison. But a local Tennessee newspaper has reported that the American Muslim Advisory Council of Tennessee is hosting a special meeting to raise awareness of the fact that just because an American is a Muslim does not automatically mean the Muslim is an American terrorist. And that you can be prosecuted for saying bad things about Muslims. Well, what are you going to do about that? Maybe we should be prosecuted for talking bad about human trafficking. Maybe we should be prosecuted for homeschooling our children. Because according to the Department of Justice, those are not protected. But the Muslim Brotherhood, don't say anything about them, they're protected. I just want you to know what this administration is all about. And then remind you about the very conspicuous silence of your congressman. Can I ask you, where is the movement in Congress to protect the German family? And I'm not talking about a bunch of congressmen shouting. I'm not talking about them writing letters to the President, to the Department of Justice. I mean a Congress who is actually protecting the rights of the people like they're supposed to. A Congress who's willing to stand up and say, we will protect this woman in the face of an out-of-control Department of Justice. We will protect this family in the face of an out-of-control Department of Justice. Where is the morality in our house? Where is the fortitude in our house? Where are the men of honor in our house? Where are the watchmen on the wall in our house? Do they exist? Are you there? I'm knocking on your door. Do you hear me? Where are you? We're looking for you. Because if you don't stand against this very, very soon, guess what? We're going to stand against you.
The Chris Ann Hall Show.
I'm David Butler, owner and president of Butler Voss Insurance. The staff at Butler Voss Insurance Agency would like to say thank you, Tallahassee, for allowing us to serve your insurance needs for over 50 years.
Butler Voss Insurance is a local, family-owned and operated business. They have a dedicated, friendly staff with extensive knowledge of auto, home, business, and life insurance products. Butler Voss Insurance believes the customer always comes first. Call 850-222-2340, 222-2340, online at butler-voss.com.
Hi, I'm Jay Trumbull, but you can call me the Culligan Man.
Hey, Culligan Man!
Yeah, that'll work too. For over 55 years, my family has been in the water conditioning business, and I'm proud to serve North Florida and South Georgia. From bottled water delivery to top-of-the-line water treatment systems designed to remove contaminants and minerals, Culligan truly is better water, pure and simple. Visit us online at CulliganTallahassee.com or call me at 850-580-0300. 580-0300. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Hey everybody, this is Rachel from Po' Boys in Killearn, reminding football fans that Po' Boys has NFL Sunday tickets. So come out and watch all the games with us in HD. Po' Boys Killearn is your official home for the Jaguars watch parties for all of the games. Or you can catch the Gus Bus at the Killearn Po' Boys for a ticket and a ride to the home games. Get $3 margaritas, 50-cent boneless wings during Jag games, plus enjoy $12.50 buckets of domestic beer all weekend. Ask for the Freedom 93 special buckets of PBR and Natty Light for only $9.33. Remember, Po' Boys is the original home of Sunday Fun Day with our delicious Sunday brunch served from 10 to 2. Shrimp omelets, eggs Benedict, and our new bacon Bloody Marys. Monday nights, kids eat free at Po' Boys from 4 to close with adult meal purchase. Fall is here, so relax and enjoy our outdoor patios with live music on weekends. Po' Boys, making Tallahassee happy for over 20 years. Come on, John, say it for me.
You got it, Ray Ray. Now who's your daddy?
This is Gary Fogelman from Budget Blinds of Tallahassee, offering stylish, high-quality window coverings for your home. Our large selection of window treatments includes shutters, blinds, draperies, shades, and more. Regardless of the window shape or size, Budget Blinds has a solution for you. Take 25% off Signature Series window coverings and get our no-questions-asked 5-year warranty. Call Budget Blinds for your free in-home consultation at 668-4835, online at budgetblinds.com/Tallahassee. Mention this ad and get extra 10% off Signature Series blinds.
In spite of it all, America remains the greatest country in the world. That's because America is defined by us. People like you and I, who believe we make the United States wonderful. not the politicians, but good, proud Americans who stand together to keep us strong. Like AMAC and its nearly 1 million members. AMAC believes in traditional American values. They believe in God, in country, in family, in America. They believe it's worth fighting for. AMAC is 1 million Americans over 50 working together to leave our children and grandchildren in America they too will be proud of. That's why I'm joining AMAC. You should too. Let's stand together. Join today at amac.us. That's amac.us. And please remember this. You don't need the AARP to get the benefits you deserve. AMAC has them. And AMAC is better. Better for you. Better for America.
The Chris Ann Hall Show. She's Liberty's lobbyist.
Well, another show in the can. Here we are, the last segment. I thought maybe we'd do something a little fun the last segment. A little shocking, a little fun. I want to share with you something that I don't know if you're aware of. Our government made a contest. A contest in order to encourage a video, a music video to be created by the young people to promote Obamacare. Right? Obamacare. We've got a contest. We had a contest to promote Obamacare through music videos. Now here's the catch. Your tax dollars paid for this contest and are giving the winner of this contest $30,000. Are you ready for that? $30,000 to the winner. So I want to play for you this morning in its entirety the winner. Now, this is not an attempt to violate any copyright. This is an educational tool. We are simply spreading the message. So, Jonathan, I want you to play the second clip that I sent you. The clip with the face of the young lady. Play that clip right now, Jonathan. This is the winner of the contest for the pro-Obamacare.
In the healthcare industry, when coverage expands and they can't reject you for conditions that are pre-existing. You're young, you're wild and free, but you need to stay healthy. There's no excuse to be uninsured. Just stop for a minute and think. You're not immune to all disease. Take advantage of this opportunity. Keep your mind at ease and get some security. Don't need a lot of money to stay young and healthy. We just want to make it more fair with affordable health care. Ain't about the cha-ching, ain't about the bling, affordable care. And don't worry about the price tag. I know we're in our prime, about time we open our eyes. We gotta invest to be the healthiest. We can't put a price on life. Why is everyone so oblivious? Living without healthcare is serious. Can we all slow down? Take time now. Guarantee we'll be feeling alright. You're not immune to all disease. Take advantage of this opportunity. Keep your mind at ease and get some security. Don't need a lot of money to stay young and healthy. We just want to make it more fair with affordable health care. Ain't about the cha-ching, ain't about the bling, affordable care act. Don't worry about the price tag.
All right, Jonathan, this is just crazy. It ain't about the cha-ching. It ain't about the ba-bling. Forget about the price tag. We just want to make it more fair. Oh my goodness, this should send chills up your propaganda spinal cord. And you paid $30,000 for that. What do you think about that? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it. You'll pay for it. We'll pay for it. She won't. They won't. You gotta be young and wild and free. But you gotta be healthy. Well, here's my favorite submission. And my favorite submission did not win. But I want to share it to you. I want to share it with you so you can hear what real young people who are patriots sound like. And we're just going to go ahead and play that right now. Play the other one, Jonathan.
It's a new, exciting online video contest.
Wrong one. Oh.
So we've got $30,000
That's
in
not
prizes.
it. That's not it. That's not it. There we go. Thank you.
By unions has businesses wary and dropping coverage like the skin secondary, causing thousands of layoffs, taking its toll. What's so good for people that they're forced to enroll? What's a law that's so good? Folks who passed and defended it see it and got waivers to be exempted. It's like Olestra. At first it sounded hip, but we quickly found ourselves dealing with a whole lot of Obamacare, Obamacare. Unions and businesses both in despair. So to recap, young people, your hours get cut and your income goes down and your premiums up, and the taxes you pay with the cash you have left go to pay for a stupid video contest touting Obamacare, Obamacare. Unions and businesses both in despair. It's hated by doctors and unions are mad. Not since Billy Ray Cyrus has someone made something this bad.
Yeah! Is that not awesome? Is that not awesome? Hey, don't give up on our young people. They're awake and they're aware. Let's do our job and educate and inspire them to be patriots fighting for truth. I want you to have a fantastic weekend. I hope you will join us on Sunday. And if not, we'll see you on Monday. God bless you. Thank you for your prayers.